Hello and welcome to episode 5 of Ryan and Rob in Wrexham. And today we are not actually top of the league, we are second in the league, behind Swindon. We have got a better goal difference, but not crazily better. But yeah, if we have a quick look at the schedule, you'll be able to see where we've gone wrong. The last month has not been great. We've got 3 draws and 1 loss with only 3 wins, and one of those was in the FA Cup against Harrogate. So we need to pick it up. The previous month we won every single game, and before that we'd only dropped points in 5 games out of probably about 20, maybe 15. It's pretty disappointing recent form. Hopefully we can get back on form though, as we did last time against Stevenage, with games against Manchester United under-23s and Huddersfield in the FA Cup third round. I'd expect the under-23s of United to be tricky, and Huddersfield, will be also tricky, but we have a chance. They're 18th in the Sky Bet Championship, so probably not as good as Middlesbrough were when we beat them last year. Hopefully we can actually do something similar today against teams that probably should be beating us. If we have a quick look at the transfers that we brought in, you've got Jordan Mustoe leaving for Drogheda United at the end of the season. He's only 2-star now, so not really missing out on too much. Leighton Duku is actually going to Lincoln potentially, 2-star again, so he has really dropped off in terms of ability, but that's just because we made quite a few signings this season. So if we have a quick look at where we were, we'd signed Liam Sercombe, and then we signed Eli Campbell. He's a 2-star centre-back, but has 5-star potential. That's why we signed him. Also got very good jumping reach, not great heading, but if he can develop as a centre-back, then perhaps there's potential for him. I don't know how far he's going to get. He's probably not going to ever be in our first team, but we hope that there'll be a chance. Then we've got Chade Dunkley. He's a 3-star centre-back, signed from Sheffield Wednesday on a free. And actually played quite a few games in the Championship last season. Not all that many, but a fair few. And then before that, he played for Wigan quite a lot in the Championship. We then got Jake Forster-Caskey, who's a 3.5-star box-to-box midfielder who does currently need a rest. He's played quite a lot. And he's got 2 goals and 4 assists in 22 games from central midfield. Bit of an all-rounder, not necessarily outstanding in any area, but he's a good player. And then we've got a 4-star option in Charlie Whittaker, who's only 19 years old. We've actually formed an affiliation with Manchester United. We did have the option of Everton, and despite the fact that they had 3 players available to us and United had none, I thought I'd go with United just for the future when we're in the Championship and things. And actually, we still managed to get Whittaker on a free with no wage at all. So he's a really good option, again, needing to rest, but has got 14 goals and 6 assists in 20 games. He is a Championship standard player. Whether that's entirely true, I don't know, but, it's certainly a good signing to get in on loan. We then got Neil Taylor, who you may know from his Swansea and Villa days. He's come from the Championship, where he played 21 times, and he's now played 17 times for us in League Two. Got 3 assists, pretty good player. He's only here for a year. I made sure of that because, he's going to drop down in standard as he's 33 years old. And I don't want to have quite a high wage on the board for too long. And at least I'd rather save it for other times. We then got Colm Whelan in from University College Dublin. He's got 4 goals and 1 assist in 5 games, so he's had a really good start for us. And Liam Kerrigan from the same team, 3-star, not quite as good either of them as they looked to start with. He's only played once from the start, but has 1 goal and 1 assist, so a decent start for him. And he's certainly a good squad option. Likelihood is they won't be around for all that long in this save, but certainly nice to get a couple of players from another country, even if it is Ireland. It's not our strongest team for this game against United's under-23s. We've had to drop out a few players just due to resting, so actually Redmond and Davies start in central midfield despite the fact that both are left wingers. McFadzean, as a left back, is starting at left wing, and then we've got Colm Whelan and Joe Hugel on loan from United as our forwards today. Looking at United's team, they've got Anthony Elanga, who's currently in United's first team. They've also got Alex Tellez, who's probably a bit above the level, at least on Football Manager, not so much in real life, he's a bit rubbish, a bit above the level of, a League Two team. It's not going to be easy at all. but we can hopefully nick something. And yeah, let's see what the players can do. We can't rule ourselves out yet because we have been known to upset the odds before. I think we might go on to cautious though. Okay, we're already on cautious. Very good. So let's see how we can do. First shot of the game goes to United, but not too much to worry about so far. We are playing Davies as a deep line playmaker just because as a box midfielder he was only 1.5 star. He's 2 stars deep line playmaker, so I thought, might as well give him a try in that position. He's not really suited to it. Neither is Redmond to a ball-winning midfielder as a left winger. But we've got to do what we've got to do. Charlie Savage into Nathan Wood, but his header fires over the crossbar. No real challenge there for O'Malley. We've got an absolute ton of players resting at the moment for the next game, which is that FA Cup game against Huddersfield, which I figure is a bit more important than this tie against the under-23s of United. Obviously nice to beat them, and a lot of these players are players that we might look to bring in the future on loan. But yeah, I think we're more fussed about the next game. And Shola Shoretire with the finish past O'Malley, it looks like it probably could have done better, but it was a decent pass at least. And sadly, that means we go down 1-0 at half-time. We've told the players that wasn't good enough. Hasn't really fired up in any way whatsoever, but, Davies is getting quite tired in the midfield. It looks like he's actually picked up an injury of some kind, so it might be time to get Liam Sercombe, who's just coming back from an injury himself, onto the pitch. We have actually had the better in terms of the number of shots and shots on target, but it looks like United have had better quality going forward, and that's reflected by their expected goals being pretty much double ours. Hosanna don't have any options at right back. Shade Dunkley, I guess, can come on. It's not a great selection that we've got here, but I think we'll get Joe Hugel off Paul Mullin, and hope that Mullin can work his magic, as he so often does. Redmond into the box. And McFadzean's got his first goal of the season. He was on a 6.1. He's now scored to equalise. That will surely bring his rating up quite a bit. He's now at a 6.7. That's when a player has scored and gets a 6.7. That's when you know he's not played well. But we're back in it. Nathan Bishop. It's made its way to Neil Taylor, who finds Sercombe. Still a little bit injured, but should be back fully tomorrow and should be okay for the rest of this game, I would have thought. Taylor's managed to beat his man. And there's the Premier League quality from Taylor. Finds Colm Whelan, who then heads it in brilliantly. And we've now turned it round to 2-1. That's really great play from Neil Taylor. And, I don't know who it was he ran by. I think it might have been Magier. But it looks like we've won this. And I wouldn't have expected to. Really nice comeback. Well done to the lads. Great head from Colm Whelan to win it for us. And we're through. Brilliant performance in the end. We're not at our full strength for this game yet because we've still got a few players who are resting. We've brought actually in Forster Kaski, even though he's still got a few days to rest. But, we just needed a midfielder who wasn't a winger. Sercombe's now fully fit for this. McFadzean's dropped back into defence despite his goal scored in the last game. That means that McDonald has appeared on the left wing. We've got Colm Whelan on the back of that brilliant goal he scored, and Paul Mullin's back in to the starting lineup today. Hopefully we can continue this and go get a victory against Championship opposition. We do love a cup run, apparently. I mean, I say that we've only had one cup run because we only had one season so far, but we did go quite a long way in the FA Cup last time to the 5th round. And hopefully we can do something similar this year. And I hope we won't face Arsenal at that point. Looks like Huddersfield are controlling the game though. And they've got a throw up in our top corner really. Bait. O'Malley somehow, I don't know if he saved it or if it hit the post, but it didn't look comfortable. Koroma. Coventry. back to the defenders, but it's made its way through to Koroma again, and Hosanna's just back-heeled it on the volley to O'Malley. That was confident. I'm not quite sure why he was so confident with that, but if it works for him, somehow cleared out there. Looked like that was a goal for all the world, really, but somehow he survived there. Rowe, though, on the right-hand side, looking to trouble McFadzean, but it's headed out to McDonald. Finds Forster Kasky. And Claridge into Mullin, who loses the ball to Songui. And now Huddersfield looking to build from the back again. Toffolo into Johnson. Gets the return pass. And Circum's gone through Johnson, I think. I don't think that was really a foul, to be honest, but we've given away a penalty. And Johnson has put it home. O'Malley went the right way, but just didn't get anywhere near the corner. So was never likely to save it. Disappointing. I don't think that was a foul, to be honest. But to be honest, based on the quality of the game so far, Huddersfield deserve to be winning. We've barely created anything. They're dominating everything, really. Which is a shame, but not entirely surprising. We're not playing our strongest 11. Don't know if Circum should be a ball-winning midfielder, but, you know, we're kind of stuck with that. McFadzean into Mullin. Claridge. It's back with O'Malley. Can't quite get out here. Huddersfield are pressing us well. Coventry into Edmonds Green. And Johnson, he's escaped the attention of Hosanna and puts it home brilliantly. And that is probably that, I'd imagine. At this point, I don't think we can come back, really. We'll make some subs, hopefully turn this game around. We don't really have any midfield options to bring on. Yeah, we don't have anyone that we can bring on. So that's a bit of a challenge. We'll get Ryan McLaughlin on for Bryce Hosanna. He is injured, but it's going to have to do, I guess. We don't have anyone. I guess McFadzean can go forward, and we'll bring on Neil Taylor again. And Joe Hugel can come on for Colm Whelan, I think. Yeah, there we go. Hopefully Mullin can turn it up a bit, because he's usually better than this. It's a bit disappointing, his performance so far. But really all the forwards haven't really been able to get into it. Dunkley heads it out, but only to Coventry, and now Eiting. And O'Malley does collect this time from Johnson's shot. But his clearance has only gone to another Huddersfield player, and Koroma this time saved by O'Malley. This has not been the greatest performance I've ever seen. I think it's just Huddersfield are a cut above our current level of squad, which is fair enough. We're signing players on freeze, and they're coming to League 2 teams, so you know you might get the odd Championship level player, you get a few League 1 players, and then lots of League 2. And let's encourage the boys. We're not far off at this point. We can still bring ourselves back into it. We'll go attacking, I think. McDonald having an absolute stinker of a game, but you know that happens sometimes against better teams. Daly. Oh, it's a great tackle. It's broken out to Eiting, though. Now Edmonds Green on the right-hand side. Loses it to Taylor. Hugel. Taylor again on the left-hand side. Can he do something similar to the last game? No, he can't. He's passed it straight to Daly. That was awful. Not his finest moment there, Neil Taylor. Dunkley's whacked it out towards Edmonds Green. And now Eiting. Fletcher. Critchlow finds bait, and O'Malley with some suspect positioning there, but he has got away with it. Doesn't look like anything's going to come from this. They have completely dominated this game, Huddersfield. we've barely had a chance, and it doesn't look like our FA Cup run's going to be quite as long as last year. Disappointing, but sometimes it goes like that. Mullin though in behind. We've got one back. Let's encourage them, and we'll go very attacking. I think probably a bit of a suicidal decision, but if we can nick a late goal, who knows what could happen. Dunkley. Hugel's in behind. Oh, Mullin! He's done it! Oh my goodness, what a team. How have we brought this back? We were absolutely dead and buried. Paul Mullin is unbelievable. What a player. Surely we can't score again. Oh no. No, don't do this now. Not when we've just brought it back. Oh no, no, no. Oh, what a save from O'Malley. That's unbelievable. What a stop. And that's surely it. Surely. Uh-oh. And that time, Dunkley's able to clear it out. The game's somehow still going, but no, it's not. It's done. Wow. Oh, it looks like it's going to extra time. What? There are no replays. Oh, gosh. This is a problem for our fitness. I guess we'll get Ollie Palmer on for... We don't really have any forwards with the ability to... Yeah, we'll keep him on. We'll get Ben Tozer on for Che Dunkley, who's absolutely exhausted from the looks of it. It's a shame because he has been the best centre-back in our team, but, sometimes you have to sacrifice that just for a bit of fitness. We need our captain, Ben Tozer, to help see us through this game. And here he is, Tozer on the ball. Finds Mullin. McDonald still having a bit of a stinker. 5.6 for McDonald. Wow. It's an awful performance from him. Oh no, and Fletcher's behind and he's slipped it in. That is annoying. Very annoying. I thought we got a replay here. I don't know why we haven't had one actually, because we had one in this round last year. O'Malley into Tozer. Come on, Paul. Need another Mullin goal. And we're not going to do it like that. Eiting, Johnson, Bate into Fletcher and collected by O'Malley. We'll go very attacking again. And we will encourage the boys. I think this is probably where our FA Cup journey ends, but I did think that before. And it looks like that is that. Yep, there we go. Very unfortunate to miss out, but... well done to the lads, particularly to Mullin. Was a really brave performance from not our strongest team, and we were unlucky to miss out in the end, I think. I don't really know why there wasn't a replay, to be honest. I thought that there always were, and I thought it was more of a COVID thing a while back where they didn't have them. Bit of a shame, but that's that, I guess. So, a win and a loss in this episode. We are through to the EFL Trophy quarter-final against Derby, but don't think we'll be showing that unless we get further on in that competition. We probably won't be back till the end of the season, really. There's a lot of games between now and then, but we'll see how we get on, and then the next episode will hopefully show us winning the league. We only need to get top 3 to get promoted, and we are pretty much definitely going to get that at this point, I think. But we would like to win the league just to really cap off what should be a great season from a really exciting team. It's a good mixture of youth and experience, and hopefully they can get the job done and see us through to League One. So if you have enjoyed this episode, please do leave a like and subscribe to the channel, as it really helps me out. I hope to see you next time, but in the meantime, have a fantastic day.